Welcome back, everybody. It's Eduardo Jackson, the creator, founder, and CEO of Cinema Draft, the game, your weekly obsession with the daily box office. And we are back with not only fan favorite, not only the draft mom's favorite, but also the people's favorite, the people's champ. This week we have, once again, our boy Jay Devlin. Welcome back, sir.
What is up, my man? It is good to be back on the show as a champion. Unlike
Yes.
last week where I was just a regular person. Now I'm coming back to the show with, with just a little more fanfare. A little more credo, a little more bounce in my step, I should say.
Yes, and let's jump right into it. Let's just go right into your call sheet. Tell us the who's, whys, and how you came to this call sheet. Monster trucks, give us the deets.
Yeah. Well, you and I did a podcast last week where we ran all this stuff down, and you laughed at my monster trucks.
I did.
That was a $10 million movie. That movie was going to make $10 million, somewhere around there, which for 6,900 was like a no-brainer. You're getting 14 points for it. It was like the last thing I put in. Yeah, what'd it make? You can.
Oh yeah. So
pull it up on the screen right now.
Yeah, actually, is do the weekend. Last weekend, it did. Yeah, it did. It did 50. Oh, this is a 4-day weekend. Sorry, 3-day weekend. We did. It did. Yeah, 10.9.
10.9.
Essentially 11 million. That's
so a total steal, and it was honestly like the last thing I needed to fit in. So it just worked out perfectly, for that to happen. As far as everything else goes, I said it on the show last week. Hidden Figures, guaranteed. Stack it up. Underpriced. Whoever makes these prices must have been day drinking last week.
Guilty as charged.
Oh, you make the price.
Hi, Bob.
And then La La Land, man. I talked about the post Golden Globes bump that it was going to get, and it got one.
It totally did. Look at it. It was the second overall movie in the land last weekend on less than 2,000 screens.
It went up 43%?
Yeah, in box office, it went up 43% and only added 333 screens. Still a limited release.
I had 1 week out of every 52. I'm a fucking genius. And this was my week where I nailed everything I said on the pod last week. I almost came true. The Ben Affleck movie. Nobody wants to see Ben Affleck running fucking drugs in Miami thinking he's like a 1940s Don Johnson. Nobody cares. Boom. That movie tanked.
It sure did. Well, actually, what did Live by Night? Just to satisfy my curiosity. It did. Okay, yeah,
5 million.
That's a tank job.
Tank job. And the other movie that I knew would tank is, what is Jamie Foxx doing, like some like B-list action movie in Vegas that he should have been like the 5th movie he ever made, or a movie he makes like in 10 years, not in the prime of his career.
Actually, I went to go see it today, or I was poised to go see it today, and I just got sucked in by rewatching The Big Short, so I just couldn't do it. I will see you, Sleepless. I probably won't pay for you, but I will see you at some point.
Yeah, I'd rather watch Sleepless.
8.3 million is respectable considering it's a limited release. It was only on 1,800 screens.
Ed, he's one of the 5 most talented people in Hollywood. One of the 5 most talented people in Hollywood doesn't make an $8 million opening movie.
Fair enough.
Disgraceful.
Disgraceful. Well, yeah. So in his honor, we shall, in the honor of his talent, we shall carry on. But this is an excellent call sheet. You have your 5-pack of Hidden Figures. You got a little bit of got a headliner stack of Patriots Day. You got the headliner stack of La La Land, and you snuck in a headliner from Monster Trucks. No money left over. Excellent looking call sheet, Jay Devlin. But look who's right behind you. Oh, hi. It's your boy Cinema Draft Swag, coming in with 239.92 points, and my only misfire looks like. And also, just as a reminder, we did have some issues with the system. So movies that were locked at platform actually might have turned wide. So you might see some of these call sheets with more wide or limited releases than are normally allowed. But yeah, we should have the issue fixed this week. Everything should run smoothly. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so my call sheet basically had it was basically the Noah's Ark call sheet. You had 2 La La Lands, 2 Patriots Day, 2 Bye Bye Man. Oh, and then 3 Hidden Figures, and then 1 Jackie, which I saw today, and I was a little underwhelmed. Although Natalie Portman did have an Oscar nomination worthy performance. But yeah, so I kind of went with what I felt was fairly safe, fairly chalky. Bye Bye Man actually It once again reaffirms my theory that January, although a dumping ground for the studios, is also fertile dumping ground for those horror thriller type movies like the Bye Bye Man, Underworld, and crap like that. So Bye Bye Man did 13.5 million, and I did reap the benefits of having a headliner stack.
There's not enough money on the fucking planet for me to go see Bye Bye Man. Not
Nope.
enough.
Exponentiate that, and not enough, and that's how much money it would take for me to go, and that's still not enough.
Why, when I go see Office Christmas Party, are they giving me a preview of Bye Bye Man? Like, in what world are those two movies even closely related? I almost got up and left.
R-rated,
so
that's about it.
That's about it. I'm going to see Jason Bateman, man. I'm not trying to be scared and have like a sleepless night that night.
I want to give a few shout outs to other people in the feature presentation. The Roan, he had taken, I think he was on baby daddy duty for a while, and he came back triumphant with the #1 overall haul this weekend. He placed in, I believe, 2 or 3 contests. I think he placed in the feature presentation and the best boy for a total haul of $49.10. Good-looking call sheet.
You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome to everybody else that played this week that I didn't stack my lineup in every single contest because I like to share the wealth.
He does.
Bernie Sanders, socialist, let everybody get a piece of the pie.
Well, and actually into playing into that, we'll jump over to another contest in a second. But in playing into that, I actually had the highest scoring total of the week. I like to share that with you in another contest momentarily. Another shout out to Cornell Westside, representing again in 5th place. Nadine Harlem, my godmother. Not related.
Can I interject for 1 second? I don't read his name Cornell Westside. I read his name Cornell Westside.
Westside.
That's how I read it. Every time I see his name, that's how I read it. So.
All right. Well, Kevin Garnett, aka the WBW, the working black writer in Hollywood, aka Cornell Westside. Westside appreciates the podcast love, and here's also this one I'm particularly proud of. I know you said Mom Claudette Jackson, the draft mom. I mean, probably one of her best performances in the history of the game for her. I mean, this is a really interesting call sheet, only because it has a fences-sized hole in the middle, but she's still maxed out for what she did. She has a headliner stack of Hidden Figures. She kind of misfired with the headliner stack of Fences, but got her little lion, got her a Rogue One actor, and even did some La La Land. And she actually saw La La Land today, and she thoroughly enjoyed it. So kudos to you, Mom. Excellent performance. Way to see you grow. You are on the short list for most improved player.
Short list. She's the runaway, hand her the trophy already. Easily most improved.
Almost. But I'm gonna stop you right there because
she'll be in the winner's circle within the next 5 weeks, guaranteed.
Well, bold call by Jay Devlin. That's why we love having you on the podcast. My personal pick for the most improved player would have to be Disney Ray. Now, Disney Ray, part of my mom's knitting circle, she actually has the second most, third actually after your first place winnings, of course. She actually has the 3rd overall haul of the week with a total of $45.75. Placed in all 5. She's one of 2 players, her and BTTF. She placed in all 5 of the contest this week, aside from yours truly, but I can't win any money. And I want to say she's most improved because she has literally, since she started playing about 5 weeks ago, she has literally increased her winnings every single week. Big shouts to Disney Ray 24 and the Rainier Valley Knitting Group. All right, big shouts to you. Love your call sheet. Very proud of you. I won't say I love your call sheet. I love how you keep improving and winning each week. I mean, so if Draft Mom is your pick for winning in the next 5 weeks, I'm putting my money on Disney Ray. Keep doing what you're doing, girl.
Okay.
Disney Ray. And yes, and actually I wanted to show you, and then LA Law, my boy, we go back to undergrad. Nice to see him cash as well. And G Nice, bring up the rear, not the strongest call sheet. We'd love to see you in the game. Part of the tripod in case you caught us last week. G Nice. Representing with pretty much every name actor he's heard of. But good job. Way to see you in there, G Nice. Appreciate you. But no, I wanted to show you what I believe is the highest scoring call sheet.
255 is the amount of points you scored. Don't think I didn't.
You didn't notice that? It's out there, right? You saw that?
You know, one of your 55 lineups you made beat my lineup in some contest.
Yeah, so I believe it was in the key grip. So let's take a quick look at that. I'll just give you a little backstory behind that real quick. Oh no, it's feature presentation. We want to go see the key grip. What is a key grip doing? I think that's the person who does like the sound on a set. I think he holds the boom mic. I think that's what they do. The key grip.
They never see Tropic Thunder?
I did. It's been a while though. I need to
when Les Grossman gets everybody together in the beginning and he's like, who in there's a key grip? Go over and punch that director right in the face.
Oh, here we go. So yeah, so I had a 4-pack of Hidden Figures, a 3-pack of La La Land, a headliner stack of Bye Bye Man, and Jackie. And I think that might be or close to what an optimal lineup would be, only because you're getting the most from the top movie in the weekend, which is Hidden Figures. La La Land just totally went boffo this week.
Close to optimal, but you've made a mistake. Why would the mistake for optimal is you need more monster trucks in there? No, I'm not even kidding, because Monster Trucks headliner got 14 points and Jackie only got 10, and Monster Trucks was $2,500 less than Jackie.
True, but then I would still need a platform release.
Oh, rules, Ed. Who cares about rules?
Rules, schmools, yes. But no, so I was actually really excited about this call sheet. Of course, it's never in the feature presentation where all the glory is, but I was pretty excited. If you want to see the full breakdown of our tournament results this week, feel free to go to our corporate blog, which you can be found at medium.com/@cinemadraft, and we have all of the winners listed out for you. And I'm sorry, I gotta give a hand to myself. I placed in the top 5 in all contests. A very exciting week. Hopefully, my game is getting better. Maybe one of these.
Don't start referring to yourself in the third person. We'll be good to go.
Well, Eduardo Jackson is a benevolent dictator. But anyways, I did want to run by you some of the talent pool we've got coming up for this coming week. I haven't entered into the database yet, but these are some of the prices that we're looking at going into the week. We have some exciting new releases. We have 7 new films into the database. XXX, The Return of Xander Cage.
All in.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought we were going to have beef here. Oh, and speaking of beef, we do have a definitive answer to
we do not have a definitive answer from
we do, ladies and gentlemen.
7 people that voted on Twitter.
At
6 people.
Play Cinema Draft on Twitter. The poll is up. There's only 3 hours left, and by the time you listen to this, it probably will have been closed. But it is decisive by 2-1 margin. Jean-Claude Van Damme would kick Steven Seagal's ass in a fight against each other in their primes.
Further proof that Twitter is just absolutely ridiculous.
It actually really is. But I just love the fact that the people supported your boy. But no, so we have some really exciting new releases that I'm looking forward to. That XXX, I mean, I'm telling you, at the second, the game locks at 10 p.m. Pacific, I'm in a car going to the D-Box Theater looking for my Rumble seat, to see XXX Return of Xander Cage. That shit is going to be lit.
Dude, Vin Diesel could remake Gone with the Wind. He could remake Dancing in the Rain. He could remake Little Orphan Annie. I don't care. I'd go see that movie.
And what was crazy is that
doesn't matter.
I mean, Diesel is the god. I had I'm not gonna name drop, but I did meet him briefly once, and I told him how much I loved his he had this one little indie film where he was like an old man, an old mobster, a gangster, whatever, on trial that nobody saw. And the only reason why I heard about it was because I was reviewing movies at the time and I got a screening, and I loved that. That was great, and I saw him, and it's like a few months after it came out, no one saw it, tanked the box office. I told him when I saw him, hey, I really respect your work in whatever that movie was. He's like, and he looked really, really please, thank you so much.
I got a very relatable story to that. I'll make it real quick.
Please, no.
In LA about 15 years ago, fly out here with a buddy on a little golf trip before I lived out here. We're sitting in O'Brien's on Wilshire, having a beer. My buddy turns around, looks over, who's sitting at a table? Ed O'Neill from Married with Children. This is before Modern Family, after Married with Children. So probably around the Little Giants years with Rick Moranis. So my buddy says to the bartender, is that Ed O'Neill? I want to go say hi. The bartender goes, whatever you do, don't say Al Bundy. He's like, no way. I would never do that to him. My buddy walks over. Mr. O'Neill, I just want to tell you, I'm a really huge fan of yours. I loved when you played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. A lot of people don't realize that. Ed O'Neill had like a little like a preseason stint with the Steelers.
What?
Ed O'Neill pulled the chair out for my buddy, like a chivalrous gentleman, and sat down and had like multiple beers with my friend for almost an hour. Yes.
I don't think anyone knows that he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's amazing. That's a great story.
Moral of the story, always compliment somebody for the most obscure thing they've ever done in their life, and they'll be very, very happy about it.
Excellent point. And that movie of Vin Diesel's that I gave him dap on at the backstage NAACP Image Awards was Find Me Guilty. He played Jackie D. Norcio, which I believe was based off a true story. So Find Me Guilty. Yeah, look at that. Look at that hair. And they made him look super old. This is like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. So, yeah.
Some people just don't look good with hair. He's one of them.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, wow. Look at that hair. Yeah, Find Me Guilty, everybody. It's a good flick. Check it out. So True Hollywood Stories on the Cinema Draft podcast. # you're welcome. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to Xander Cage. I'm looking forward to seeing that in D-Box Thursday night after Theater Lock. We also Split, which looks scary as hell, but I'm in. For some reason, I want to see this freak show. I really do.
The trailer of that movie haunted my dreams for about 4 days. No, I want nothing to do with that movie.
You want nothing to do with it? Okay, fair enough. Also, as a startup founder myself, I am all over The Founder. Very interested in that. That's the Ray Kroc story about how he basically hijacked the McDonald's name.
Yeah, that looks great. It's Michael Keaton, right?
It's Michael Keaton, absolutely. And then
totally in on that.
Yeah, I'm in on that too. And then something called The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. Not really looking forward to that. Patterson looks interesting. Super indie. Might have to check it out. And I'm guessing it's going to expand to 50 screens. It's still going to be a platform release. That's your boy Adam Driver, aka Kylo Ren from The Force Awakens, doing his indie thing again. He's got one of those. He really has like it's weird. He's got like a leading man frame because he's like super tall and kind of lanky and stuff. But and actually used to be in like the military too. But he's got like a really indie face. It's very strange, but he's very interesting. Very, very quirky actor. I'm always interested in seeing what he's in. And then
I
20th
saw
Century
like
Women.
7 Adam Drivers panhandling in Venice this weekend. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's like
he looks homeless a little bit.
You nailed it. It's like you could either be like an A-list Hollywood celebrity or homeless. I just don't know.
No, in between. I'm glad he chose the former. And then 20th Century Women expands. That's Annette Bening. I mean, the more I don't know. I can probably wait for video on that one, but it's getting a lot of buzz and awards love a little bit. So I'm kind of intrigued. And then we're adding Elle because Elle got some Golden Globes love over the last weekend or whatever. So that actually
like Elle Macpherson story. What is that movie about?
No, it's was it Verhoeven's? Is it Verhoeven's wife?
Like Paul Verhoeven?
Yeah, Elizabeth Huppert. That's her name. I'm pretty sure they're married, and he directed her, and she's like the star, and it's foreign, so it's probably gonna be a bunch of subtitles. Yeah, Paul Verhoeven. Yeah, and that's I believe his wife, Elizabeth Huppert, and she's French, and she's in this thing, and she won the Golden Globe off.
This is America. We pronounce that Hooper. All right,
Hooper.
Take your fancy French accent for the French Cinema Draft podcast. This is America. Hooper.
Oh man. Oh yeah. That's year 3 of our plan for worldwide domination. Absolutely. A spouse is. Where'd it go? Oh, actually, I was wrong. That's not her husband. It's some guy named Ronald Shama. Never mind. Anyways, yeah, it's Verhoeven because he got up there with her when she won, and her English was kind of shaky. But yeah, so there might be a little bit of a bounce for that. I don't know. But we needed some more platform releases after last week's dearth of platform. We only had like 2 platform releases, so we want to give you a few more options for you guys. So yeah, so what movies do you think? What do you think XXX is gonna do? 25, 30 million more? What do you think?
Well, like you said, this is the dog days of movies right now. So like every movie that's coming out is just like, yeah, let's just get these out. The studios don't care. I don't think anything's going to do 25 million. To be totally honest with you.
Okay, I'll tell you. Well, you want to do that? Make that our over under, and we'll post it to the Twitter because I actually like Xander Cage to go higher. Thing about XXX is when it came out.
It will not do 25 million.
Oh wow, okay. Because the only reason why they're releasing it in January, not because they don't believe in it or the dumping ground. It's because that's what the original Triple X was released. I mean, it was, and it made like a bunch of money. I might have set like a January record at the time when it came out, because it's just such a. I mean, it was like the dead of January back in 2002. No one was expecting much of it, and it did gangbusters. So
I just think there's a lot of staying power. I think La La Land, movies like that, Hidden Figures, these movies aren't going to drop off as much because they're good fucking movies. And as we've learned over the months and months we've been doing this now, is good movies have staying power. And the people that haven't seen those movies are now going to be, hey, should I go see like an amazing historical movie about NASA and the people behind the scenes who were like not given the credit they were deserved, or do I want to like go watch an old Vin Diesel remake Triple X? Like, it's going to be good, but I just don't see 25 million.
And of course, I'm an idiot. It opened to 44.5 million in August of 2002.
Yeah.
And also, little is it known, like August, like the first 2 weeks of August is technically legitimately summer movie season, but like towards the end of August, it's like the dumping ground. So it barely escaped the dumping ground. And then I believe State of the Union is the one that came, the bad, terrible sequel with Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Which I thought was very interesting because they brought him back. I don't even know why, marketing was like, oh, we need, yet one more element to this already badass trailer and need to throw out Ice Cube in the commercials. No, that should have been a surprise. What are you doing, marketing? So, but he's in that too, apparently. This Triple X, take care of it. Oh,
I'll tell you what, I will even say this. Split has a chance to beat Triple X.
Oh no! Now that's a legit possibility, but honestly, I think Triple X is gonna make 30 million this weekend.
Oh, I don't know. I'll take under 30 million for 20 bucks.
Boom! There's over under. You guys heard it for your first. I will try to remember to post a poll after this podcast is done. Triple X over under 30 mil. All right, and and then I guess our customary, because I think I'm plus 20 against you, so I will wager my plus 20 against you for 20. I get for break even, I guess.
Love it. You want to buy out right now for 10 bucks? Because I'm locked in. This bet's over.
Nice.
No shot.
But yeah, I'm digging Split. I think Split's gonna do gangbusters. I price Split at starting at 12,000, going up to 13,500 for the headliner McAvoy, because this is like a tour de force for him. He's playing 23 characters. He'll probably, even if I can't imagine he's gonna suck at it. So he has like outside, awards consideration, for this if it's really good. Founder isn't going to be on enough screens to be too big, so that's priced 6,000. Triple X, I think it's going to be the cock of the walk in the yard this week. So I started at 18,000, going up to 20,000 for Vin Diesel as your headliner. Monster Trucks have bumped up a little.
Monster Trucks on the rise. Look who's winning.
Yeah. Although I think it's going to get its money on the front end. Like it's got one more weekend for money, and then it's done. It's like done. So Sleepless, I ticked down a notch. I think a couple grand. The Bye Bye Man is the same, because I think it might have one more week of staying power. Resurrection of Gavin Stone, I don't expect very much business. It's limited release. It's so it's bare minimum, stone minimum, as some other podcasts like to say, at 5,000. And pretty much everything else is the same. Patterson's also going to be fairly small, because if it doesn't expand past its current 14 screens, it's going to be in a world of hurt. And then 20th Century Women's kind of a wild card. It's going to go wide. This could be your value right here. It's gotten some awards buzz. It's super cheap, starting at 6,400, going up to 7,200 for Annette Bening as your top headliner. And if it truly does go wide at 2,000 screens, I mean, it has some sneaky, some sneaky potential. Let's look at its per screen average. It's been out there for about 3 weekends already. By per screen average, 20th Century Women was second in the box office last weekend at 10,000 per. So that's pretty strong. And we saw what happened last time a per screen average leader got released into the wide release. We had Hidden Figures.
Yeah, no, it's a really good breakdown.
Yeah,
I do not disagree with anything you said there.
Yeah, those are some of the little things you need to look out for in the upcoming box office. Yeah, here's the saddest markdown of the week. Had to knock down Live by Night by about $3 grand. $4 grand actually, down to 7,000, going up to 8,800 for Ben Affleck as your headliner. Love you, Ben. I believe in your art. This movie will have a home in your home. It will live on in home theaters. I promise you. Oh, such a good movie. And I'm looking forward to
He should
Patriots.
have had if he had had like a relapse, maybe like 2 weeks prior to release of this movie, where he was in Vegas drinking, gambling with prostitutes. This movie would have done about $10 million more.
Too
Guaranteed.
bad. Yeah, it's getting buried now. It's too bad. I really enjoyed that movie. And then yeah, and then everything else is fairly consistent. I ticked La La Land up by 1,000 because what it did last weekend was just ridiculous, just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's. I mean, 14 million on 1,800 screens. It's almost 8,000 per. That's just really really impressive. La La Land. Keep doing what you're doing, Gosling. And then it got my mom's money today. She went and saw it and said it was utterly charming and it was very entertaining. So it's got the draft bomb.
I was gonna go see it tonight, and then I realized that Vanderpump Rules was on, Timber Creek Lodge was on, and The Bachelor was on, and Timeless was on.
Keep that relationship alive, man. Take your girl to see La La Land, and you will get you'll get a post movie bump for 2 weeks or so.
Wow, was that a sex joke? What was?
It was whatever you needed to be, my man. It was whatever you needed to be. Well, thanks again for jumping on the podcast. I appreciate you. I know you got some reality TV to attend to, as do we all.
To get to tomorrow night, we are back in studio for Mostly Sports. We have.
And I heard you have a special guest in studio.
Or a recurring guest, Jacqueline Marfugi, who was on Vanderpump Rules tonight.
AKA Comedy Bay. Jacqueline Marfugi. That is JACLYNMARFUGGI. Did that off the top of the dome, damn it.
I know you enjoy her quality a lot.
Yes.
You are her biggest fan.
Very much a fan.
She will be on tomorrow night, and she's going to be awesome. We're going to have fun. And then we have Philip Boyd from Tyler Perry, your hero in life.
That's right. My role model.
The haves and the have-nots will be on tomorrow night. Huge sports fan. He's from Atlanta, born and raised.
Oh, love Atlanta.
So we're gonna talk some Falcons. We're gonna talk some Tyler Perry. We're gonna talk a lot of stuff, man. So it should be a good show tomorrow night. UBN Radio live 7 to 9 Pacific Standard Time, and then iHeartRadio live and iTunes and all that good stuff.
Yes, and I am so tuned in for this podcast. I mean, Marfuji, guy from Atlanta. I mean, you got Laugh Bay, you got the ATL in the house. I mean, what more can you need? So yeah, everyone else, check out Mostly Sports Podcast. It is an entertaining couple hours of your life. Yes.
Thank you again, and I just got one thing to say. It's good to be king.
Yes. Good job, Jay Devlin. Good job. And thanks for everyone for tuning in. You can check us out at cinemadraft.co. That is cinemadraft.co. We are all over social media, all the major social media outlets. Also, we are on podcasts, which you're listening to probably. iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, wherever you get your podcast from.
Cornell West Side.
Cornell West Side. Shout out to all my people. Shout out to the Rainier Valley Knitting Group. Shout out to the Draft Bomb. And shout out to you for listening, participating, and playing, and telling all your friends. We will see you next time.